Hello, my friends. Thank you for being here and sharing your time with me. My name is Nicolette Alger, and I am a financial coach. And my goal is to provide free information for moms and families so that you can get your finances in order and organized, ultimately establish financial peace and be able to progress on your future financial goals. And my other goal is to keep the videos about 6 minutes or less. I'm a busy mom like you, and I don't have time to hop on to YouTube and watch hours worth of videos, but I like to leave you short videos that have action steps to take and that are short and easy to digest and to watch. So I just want to do a brief video on borrowing money from family members. And there's a lot of strong opinions out there about this, and I'm going to tell you two sides of it. My initial reaction is don't do it, right? That being said, I've done it, and it's been a huge blessing. So the reasons why we don't do it are probably relatively obvious, but when you borrow money from family members, suddenly it becomes a transaction, a business deal, and there's not too many things that cause more contention than money. And before you even consider it, you've got to consider the possibility of it causing problems and contention. I've heard many stories of people that have borrowed money from family members, and it's caused contention to the point where they don't talk to each other anymore, that relationships have been severed, and it's really tragic. And family is the most important thing that you have, your relationships. And so I'm gonna say no, and it sounds hypocritical. No, don't borrow money from family members or friends. Just don't do it, because there's so many risks, and those relationships are more important than anything. That's a risk that I don't think we want to take. That being said, let me tell you about when I borrowed money from my family. We had to short sell a home we owned. We bought it in 2007 when the market was high. The market tanked, and we had to get out of it a few years later and weren't able to sell it to pay off the loan. It wasn't worth what we owed. So we had a short sale. Because of the short sale, we were required to be late on our payments in order to qualify for a short sale. So we were 90 days or 120 days late on our payments. It ruined our credit score. We wouldn't qualify to buy a house for a few years because of the short sale. Well, my grandmother grew up in the Depression. She's very money savvy, but she's also very frugal. We'll use the word frugal because that's a more kind term. She holds on to that money. She's extremely frugal. We're talking like digging the garbage out of the garbage for things that can be reused, washing plastic silverware. And that's fine because of that, she's got a large bank account, and bless her heart, she's using it to help others. So she actually lent us money to buy a lot so that we could build our house on this lot. And because she lent us that money, but I made sure it was in writing. I made sure that there was a structured payment plan. She was very kind. She charged us no interest. And if you do borrow money from family, I would encourage you to have it in writing, to set up a payment plan and sign it just as if it was a bank, and even offer some sort of interest, just so that can help avoid a lot of the issues of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not regret, but anyway, second thoughts of them wanting to lend it to you. So we created a payment plan. We had it in writing, and we paid her faithfully every month until it was paid off. And like for Christmas, she would forgive us like a little bit of the amount instead of sending a Christmas gift. So it worked out kind of nicely because she was able to help us, and we were able to honor the honor the promise and pay her back. And so it really worked. It was a blessing for us. We were able to build a home for our family where we still live, and the home has provided so many blessings for us. And we were able to have equity in that house, and which has provided opportunities and all kinds of things. So borrowing from my grandma was a huge blessing. So here I am telling you not to borrow from family. If you choose to, I want you to be able to know what the risks are. And then I want you to treat it as a bank transaction. I want you to have it in writing. I want you to sign it. I want you to have a payment plan. And I would like you to offer some sort of interest rate as well, even if it's small, just 2, 3, 4%, 5%, so that there's no hard feelings and that there's no regret. So if you do choose to borrow from family, tread carefully, pay it back, and make sure the terms are written and understood on both sides. It's a risky thing. Don't damage those relationships. It can be a blessing, like it was in my life, and I hope to be able to bless my family in the future in the same way. If you are going to lend to family, and if you possibly can at all, just give. Don't lend. Give it to them as a gift. Don't require them to pay it back. And eventually that's what my grandparents did to us, is they forgave us the remainder of the loan and said, Merry Christmas, we love you. We love what you've done with what we've borrowed to you. You were good stewards. We forgive you the rest of the loan. It's a gift. So if you want to give to family, I'd encourage you to make it a gift. But if you can't, make sure it's written and make sure there's terms, and make sure if you are the borrower that you do pay it back monthly as if it was a bank, so that you can keep those relationships intact and free from strain or stress. So good luck. If you have experience with this, lending to family or borrowing from family, I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments, and if you have different views or takes on it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me your time. If you want to support me, I have a GoFundMe link at the bottom. Also my website. I do one-on-one coaching. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. That's my goal, is to help and provide information. And I enjoy doing it. So hope your day is blessed, and we'll talk soon.